What is up, my butter biscuits? Y'all, it is 107 degrees today in Long Beach. It is like so crazy. I don't even feel like I've ever seen it that high. Like maybe I'm tripping. I've never seen 107. I feel like the hottest it's ever been is 100. And yes, I still have my beanie on. Y'all know my forehead is literally the size of like Mount Everest, so I try to conceal it. You know what I mean? I try to hatfish people. Anyways, within today's video, I thought it would be really fun to talk about like my summer favorites that have like helped keep my makeup on during this type of heat. I have so many products sitting in front of me, y'all. Like so many. I don't know if I'm gonna go through them all because y'all know I be rambling. I be talking a lot. I feel like this video is gonna be like 30 minutes, so I do apologize in advance if this is a super long video. But I just feel like I have so many good products. Like me being fat, me sweating a lot, and trying to like keep my makeup on. I have found some really good things that have definitely helped out, y'all. I recently, just spoiler alert before we get into this video, I knew that I loved this setting spray right here from One Size. This is the On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray. I knew that I loved it, but after going to Florida just like 2 weeks ago and it being 96 degrees with 88% humidity and even raining some of the days, I have a whole new deeper love for this setting spray right here. It is probably one of the best. So spoiler alert before we even get into the video, that right there is just like, oh, that's like one of the main products within this video. So basically, I don't even know what I'm going to be titling this video, but basically I'm just going to be going over my like summer favorites. I really do feel like I should have done this in the beginning of summer, but I barely thought of it. So I apologize, I'm a little bit late. However, I don't know if I'm tripping, but I feel like the heat kind of like stays around until like the end of October. I don't know where you guys are from, but in Cali anyways, I feel like it's pretty warm. So we still got a couple months of this heat. You know what I mean? Hopefully not as hot as today. So anyways, let me shut up. Let's go ahead and get into this because I feel like this video is going to be super long. I'm like looking at these products. I have like 20 products sitting right here. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Make sure you guys subscribe to my second channel. It's my travel channel with my brother. My first video is going to be going up next Sunday, and I'm going to be posting videos on there every single Sunday. I'm going to be like consistent with that channel, so please make sure you guys go click and subscribe because I'm super excited. I did do some vlogs in Disney World, and it was actually my first time there, so it's pretty fun. So make sure you guys subscribe to that. Let me shut up and let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to try to go in order of how I do my makeup. However, I feel like this is probably going to get out of order really quickly because there's so many products sitting in front of me and I like low-key have ADD and I just get all over the place. But I'm going to try to start in order. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like primers, foundations, powders, brow stuff, you know what I mean, stuff like that. I don't really have too many primers, and I do feel like there's a lot of people out there that swear by primers to help keep your makeup on during a like sweaty day or an oily day. However, for me, I hate those like silicone type of primers. I really do want to try the Milk Makeup, the like black bottle, the one that's supposed to be like the mattifying version of the Hydra Grip, because everyone says it doesn't feel like silicone and there's no silicone in there. I personally hate anything that feels like silicone, like big time. Like I don't know, I don't like it. I do feel like it does help out with pores. However, I just found that it like balls up on me. I don't know if my skin's too dry or like what, but I don't like them. So kind of as a primer, even though this is not a primer, this is something that really does help keep my makeup on. And honestly, if I don't really want to wear makeup because it's super hot, this right here gives me a good amount of coverage. This is the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream. It does not have a claim of being mattifying or keeping your makeup on, but I swear to you, this 100% does keep your makeup on longer and keeps you more matte throughout the day. It's kind of crazy that it doesn't have that as a claim because it definitely does. The one thing that I will say about this is I do feel like a lot more fair skinned people have more redness, and this was specifically made with a green tint in it to like shift to people's skin tones. And I feel like more fair skinned people have redness. However, I think that this may be too orange. I definitely do feel like I don't know, like I'm pretty pale right now or pretty light right now, and I feel like it does turn a little bit orangey even on me. And then I know there's a lot more fair people out there who get redness and it's just really, really orangey. That's the one thing I will say about this, but it is a good product and definitely does help tone down the redness. It's just a little bit orangey. The next thing for primer, this Danessa Myricks right here, I did a full review about this and I was like, oh my gosh, like at first I was like, why does it look like that? Like it looks cakey, it looks weird. I didn't like it at first, but it's because I put too much product on. As soon as I like put a very thin layer of this product right here trips me out. It is so insane. Like the texture of it, it's like a weird type of balm. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's a weird type of balm and you have to be very careful to not put too much on because y'all, you can get a lot of coverage out of this, but then it does end up looking dry. This product to me, the reason why I'm saying it trips me out like 5 times is because I like sprayed on any type of like, say for example, like the, oh my gosh, the, what's that glow setter by no, I forget what it's called. Anyways, like a really, really dewy setting spray. I would spray it on top of this, like as soon as I do my makeup, and y'all, it's still super, super matte. So I have found that I use this just in my T-zone where I get super oily, and I'm not kidding you, I have gone 12 hours with this on, and I am still matte at the end of the day. I don't think that it is good for somebody with dry skin though. That's kind of like my problem right there, is I feel like if you have dry skin, this may be a little bit too drying for you. Even though they do market as it's good for everybody, I kind of disagree. I do feel like if I have a little bit of dry areas, it will cling to that dryness and look a little bit like, you know, I don't like a little bit cakey. You know what I'm saying? However, this product is a trip because it will keep you matte all day. Like, I'm talking about the most oily of people. This will keep you matte. Moving on. Sunscreens. Okay, because I really do like the Tula. I thought I had it right here, but it's the primer that I have. I don't even know why I have this here. I don't recommend this if you are looking for something to keep your makeup on, but that is a really good primer. The Tula Sun, what is it called? Mineral Magic. Absolutely love that one. However, it's very, very dewy. This one right here, I feel like if you're looking for a matte mineral sunscreen, this right here is really good, and this does have an SPF of 50. This is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios Light Fluid Sunscreen. This is the tinted one. I really like the tint. I found myself when I was in Orlando going to all the parks, I didn't want to put on a bunch of makeup, so I put this on and then I put on a powder, and it was enough coverage for me and it kept me matte throughout the day. So I really do recommend this. This is a little bit pricey though. All these products are kind of pricey if I'm being honest, except for the L'Oreal one. That's like 11 bucks. This is like $35. It's really expensive, but honestly, I really do like it. Highly recommend that if you guys are looking for a more matte sunscreen, because most of them are like very dewy. Okay, as for foundation, I found it to be a little bit difficult for me to put a foundation within this video because honestly, I do rely on a lot of powders if I'm trying to stay matte throughout the day. The only one that I really do feel like, if say for example you're not going to be getting any other of these products, I would recommend this Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It is a little bit pricey, but I do notice it stays on all day. I actually really like this foundation. However, I do wish it was a little bit more light coverage. You guys know I've been saying recently, the older I get, I like a more lighter coverage foundation, and I absolutely love the Beautiful Skin. However, I don't recommend wearing that on a hot day. If you're going to be like sweaty or oily, don't recommend it. It's a beautiful foundation, but it's gonna get oily throughout the day. This one definitely does stay matte, but it is very full coverage in my opinion. You could of course shear it down if you were to use another product, but then that would obviously affect the longevity of it and the mattifyingness and the hold of it. So it's kind of like, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But if you guys like a full coverage, I definitely recommend this. However, I'm going to say, like, even in Orlando, I did wear my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I'm going to show you guys my powders. I have so many powders that I recommend, and I kind of like rely on powders to mattify me and keep my makeup locked in all day, so I could even wear a foundation like the Luminous Silk and I feel like it'll still hold all day. But if you guys are looking for like a super matte one to stay on all day, definitely recommend this. Let's go ahead and get into powders, y'all. I have so many powders sitting in front of me right now because I really do feel like all of these powders work. The one that I want to talk about first, because it's not a setting powder, is the Matte Velvet Skin. You guys know this has been on my favorites list. Like, I do like a yearly, maybe I do it like every 6 months. I don't know. I do a favorite makeup video, and this is always on there. This is my absolute favorite powder form of foundation. I definitely do feel like this holds all day. It is very mattifying, and it has a lot of coverage in it. So I highly recommend this. This will give you enough coverage too, and then you could just spray on some mattifying setting spray, and that's going to keep you matte all day. But the powders that I want to get into right here, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and start off with like the least to strong. And in my opinion, I feel like the Huda Beauty setting powder, I absolutely love it. You guys know this is actually a favorite of mine. However, I don't feel like it holds as much as this next one I wanted to show you guys right here. This powder, this is the Ultra HD setting powder. This is the newer one from Makeup Forever. This right here will keep you so matte throughout the day. I definitely do not recommend it if you have any type of dry patches. It will cling to those dry patches. But when I tell you guys this locks in your makeup, like literally you could keep your makeup on for like 16 hours with this and it'll stay matte. It is that like powerful, but you do have to be very careful with it. Like I said, if you do have any dry areas, it will cling to that dryness and look very, very dry. This is specifically just for being matte. If you guys are a little bit more on the dry side or just combination, I feel like this powder right here is really good. However, it's not going to hold as well as this, but it is still a very, very good powder. The next two powders that I want to go ahead and get into, I feel like I'm breezing into this, like, oh my gosh. The next two powder, oh, you know what? I was going in the order of hold. There I go. messing up. So this powder right here, if you guys are dry and you guys are looking for a setting powder, the Kosas Cloud Set, I really recommend. This has been like a recent favorite of mine. I absolutely love this product. If you're super oily, you may not like it because it does have a little bit of a satinness to it, and there is like a little, it's weird. Like sometimes it has shimmer in it, and sometimes it doesn't. But this powder right here is so blurring, it's insane. I feel like, say for example, with these two powders right here, yes, I love them, but you're going to look like you have makeup on just because of the type of finish that they have. This right here, this Kosas powder, it's insane. When you put it on your skin, it kind of is like you don't have makeup on. It's weird. Like it gives you coverage, even though it's supposed to be just like a setting powder. It's kind of like similar to the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. However, it's so blurring and mattifying, but it doesn't make your skin look dull. Like, I don't know, your skin looks like skin. Highly recommend this powder, but if you guys are super oily, I don't feel like it does have the hold as to where the other two powders do. Moving on with setting powders right here, I'm going to go ahead and start with the dupe version of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder. I feel like this one right here is absolutely amazing, but it is pricey. So let's go ahead and start off with the dupe. This is the translucent one from number 7. This powder is really good, and I do feel like it is a very close dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury. However, I don't feel like it's as good, but it is a good product. This one's only like 14 bucks, and I want to say this one right here was like, what is it, like 36. This powder right here though, y'all, I don't know what it is about this. Underneath my eyes specifically, I'm not wearing it right now and my eyes are creasing. This, I don't care what concealer you're using, if you pack this on underneath the eye, it is going to keep your eyes from creasing. This powder right here is literally amazing. I use it underneath my eyes, and then right here in my T-zone, and it is just so amazing. The downfall of this product, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm tripping, but I feel like I go through this so fast, so I only wear it on special occasions because I go through it so fast. So highly recommend this, but just you got to be really, really careful. I completely forgot that I skipped over concealer, but it's because honestly, I think I've told you guys before, I don't really rely too much on concealer. I feel like I get enough coverage out of my foundation, so I don't really need a concealer. I do put a little bit of the KVD Good Apple Concealer underneath my eyes because I do feel like this does not crease throughout the day if you're using any of the setting powders that I showed you guys before. Another thing that I want to mention in here, not that it like keeps you matte, but I highly recommend, mine is so dirty, look at this. I highly recommend this Beauty Blender powder puff right here. There's something about this texture right here. It has that like microfiberness, but like the way it is, it packs the products into your skin, so it's going to like keep you matte the whole entire day. I feel like if you're going to be using any of these setting powders, especially like the Kosas, oh my gosh, I use this, I dip it in there, that's why it looks like this, and then I just set this all over my face. It really packs the product into my skin, and I just highly recommend this, and it's only like 16 bucks, so bomb. And on top of that too, this other side right here, this yellow side, sorry, mine is all busted, but this right here is a blotter, so you guys can like use it two different ways. Setting powder, blotter, perfect. Absolutely recommend that. Okay, let's go ahead and get into, oh my god, I'm going through this video kind of fast. Oh, thank god I talk fast because I thought this video was going to be like 30 minutes, honestly. We're going to move into setting sprays right now. Well, actually, you know what, let's go ahead and talk about, before setting sprays, brow stuff. I feel like with brow stuff, specifically me, I feel like no matter what I do, it tends to get a little bit shiny throughout the day. I could even put a primer, like say for example, like a MAC Painterly Paint Pot primer over my brows, and I still do feel like throughout the day it is going to get shiny. I just did my brows actually right now, but say for example in like an hour or so, I tend to get so oily in the brow area that like nothing really helps. But I did want to say that the Huda Beauty Balm Brows definitely does hold better than like the Precisely My Brow. I feel like this does have something in it that keeps a little bit more of a hold on it, but I still do get a little bit shiny. But I always just go back to Charcoal Brown from MAC because I do feel like a powder tends to last a little bit longer than a pencil. I feel like a pencil just heats up on the skin, you know what I'm saying? So now let's go ahead and get into setting sprays. I actually only have 2, well, I guess technically I have 3. One, I want to start off with this one right here. This is the Milani Make It Last Sunscreen. This is the 30. I want to say right here with this, I'm not going to say that it like necessarily mattifies you or keep your makeup on longer. However, if you are looking for a touch-up SPF, I do recommend this one right here because I do feel like with the oh my gosh, Super Goop one, like I feel like it's just like it's really dewy, like really dewy, and most SPFs are for some reason, but this one right here, like I said, I don't feel like it mattifies me, but it doesn't make me excessively oily or shiny. You know what I'm saying? So I do recommend this one if you guys are looking for a touch-up SPF throughout the day. But moving on to the stars of the show, and honestly, I feel like the best products right here. If you guys, say for example, are a little bit more on the dry side and you guys want a setting spray that's going to keep your makeup on or help the longevity of your makeup, I highly recommend the Airbrush Flawless setting spray right here. This, I definitely have found that it does keep my makeup on, but it does make you look a little bit more dewy. It's so weird. Like if you spray it on, you're like, oh, okay, I look a little bit dewy, but you stay at that level of dewiness for the whole entire day. And I'm like, whoa. When I first got this product, I was actually in Canada and I was like, you know what? Everyone raves about this online and they had it at their Nordstrom rack over there. So I got it for like 15 bucks. So I was like, okay, let me like try it out. Or no, it was not like 15 bucks. It was like 15 Canadian. So I don't know, like $12, whatever it was. Anyways, so when I had tried this out, I was like, wait, what? Everyone says it keeps your makeup on. Why do I look dewy, right? And then I noticed I was out literally the whole entire day. Like I must have been out for like 16 hours that day. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't do any touch-ups throughout the day, just went about my day, and I had that same level of dewiness. So if you guys like a little bit of dewiness but want your makeup to hold, I highly recommend this. It is a little bit pricey, but totally worth it in my opinion. The best product, which I already spoiled at the beginning of this video, is the On Till Dawn. This right here, I don't know. This is like magic in a bottle. I honestly have felt before like, okay, I like setting sprays. I always use setting sprays, especially because I use so much like powder products. I like to use a setting spray to kind of like bring life back to my makeup. And that's what I feel like a setting spray does for me personally. I've never really felt like a setting spray keeps my makeup on like super, super long up until these two, honestly. But this one specifically is just, it's so insane, y'all. I really wish that I had video of me in Epcot while I was at Disney World. It was literally raining, like pouring down rain. I was like, oh, my face is gonna look so busted. It's 96 degrees, pouring rain. And even after the rain, it was so humid. It was just such a disgusting day. And y'all, I went to go look in the bathroom and I was like, what? Like, how do I still look good? I was honestly thinking I was gonna look like Freddy Krueger because y'all, I get so like embarrassed with my skin because my skin's so red. So like if any makeup comes up, you see the red and then you see the makeup and it just, I literally look like Freddy Krueger. It's so bad, honestly. And I went to the bathroom, I looked in the mirror and I was like, how do I still look good? So literally every single day of my trip in Orlando, I was there for 5 days. I used this every single day. And this kept my makeup on, kept me looking good. And I was so tripped out by it. I was like, how? Like, it's just so weird to me because I was like, yeah, I liked it before. Like, I would spray it when I would go out to the club or something. I'd be like, okay, yeah, my makeup still looks good. But putting it in the Orlando test, I was like, oh, this is absolutely amazing. But once again, it is very mattifying. So if you guys are super dry, you're not going to like this because it is definitely mattifying. And you know another thing about this too, I think I had commented like when I had seen the pictures of this, I think I commented about this and I was like, okay, why does the person's I was gonna say face model's skin texture, sorry, I'm getting all blah blah blah, the texture on the actual pictures, why did it look like so different? Like it looks so blurred, you know? I was like, okay, what, like how's a setting spray gonna blur? This definitely does blur. Like 100% recommend that product right there. So that is it for all my summertime favorites that will help keep your makeup on in this hot weather. I really do feel like if you guys are going to pick up one single product from this video, make sure it's this right here. It is a little bit pricey. I think it's like $35. I literally even got the travel size one too for when I can't take like a big one. This one's like a ripoff though. I got a big old face and I'll go through that really, really fast. But anyways, y'all, that is it for this video. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on everything. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.